Alright, so hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer. So in today's video, this is like an extension of the previous video I filmed. This is a plant chore, part 2, sort of. But today, instead of fertilizing my plants, watering them, checking for pests, things like that, today I am gonna be repotting some of my plants that are meant to be repotted. So like this one has some roots coming out on the bottom. This one too. Like most of these plants are root bound, so they need to be repotted so they would grow their optimal, growth. This one too is a baby pilea. Well, I got this when it was a baby, and I think it is time for an upgrade of the pot. There are a lot of roots in there too. Not on the bottom though, but I can see a lot of roots in there. And then this one here is my Syndapsa Silver Cloud, which is also root bound. So I have quite a few of them that needs to be repotted. I actually have a few more, but then I'll just take it a few plants at a time so I don't get too overwhelmed with it, as I said on the previous video. This one here too is my, with some roots on the bottom as well. This one is my Dracaena marginata. This has grown a lot with my care. I've had this the longest. I think this is one of the oldest plants I had. And it's just on the top of the fridge. And it seems to be fine. This is a very low light plant too. This one here is also root bound. This one is a an Aglaonema, I guess, but I don't know the exact variety of this one. So if you know, please comment and let me know what this one is. That would be great, because although Aglaonema pretty much has the same care, I would like to know the specific kind so I could look it up and see what it really needs, So yeah, this is one of the plants too that needs to be repotted. So I have 6 of them, 6 plants to be repotted. So I have everything ready here. Like, oops, sorry. So I have, oh boy. So I have my pots. I have 2 sizes, the 4 and the 5 inches. We'll see which one fits in there. And of course I have my potting soil, and I have my potting tray. So yeah, it is time to do this. Just gonna put it down so you could see what I'm doing, if my thing would stabilize. I think I need something to hold it, but I'll leave it like that. All right, so we're going to start off with my Epiprimnum pinnatum albo. So I just used this tree branch to help it climb up. This one is growing a lot this spring, like it has a lot of new growth. Like that one there, that is a new growth. And this one here is also a new growth. I don't know if you could see that, but yeah, and it has a beautiful aerial root too. Like that one is an aerial root. So healthy. I can't wait for this one to grow bigger. This one I just repotted a while ago, and now the roots are coming out of the bottom of the pot again. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put it into a bigger pot so I don't have to do it again in a few months. And I'm gonna reuse, I think, the soil of this one because it's still quite fresh. Like as I said, I just repotted this one, so. And see the roots? Pretty. Looks very healthy. I am not gonna bother the roots too much because it is growing right now. It is actually currently giving me this leaf, and I don't want to disturb it too much. So I'm just gonna put it back into the pot, take a bigger one, fill it with soil on the bottom, put it back there. It's actually easier to repot it like this because then I don't have to worry about the roots getting broken. So I just put it down, fill up the pot, and I think I'm gonna give this a bigger pole too, or let's see, or maybe I'll just put back the old one. This seemed to be fine, so I think I'll just put this back. This plant live on the windowsill upstairs. That's why I'm not too keen on repotting them, because I don't want to put it in a bigger pot because then it won't fit on my window ledge. But sometimes you gotta do what you need to do. Like, I don't have a choice, I have to repot it, otherwise it's not gonna grow. So yeah, I'm just gonna try and turn the root to train it to climb to the stake. There you go. And I think I'll put one more. So there you go. Just gonna pat it down a little bit because it doesn't seem very stable. I think that's it. My Epiprimnum pinnatum albo is done. It seems pretty good. Alright, next we are going to do the Syndapsus silver cloud. My tongue is getting twisted with all these plant names, you know. I hope I don't break any of the root. So pretty though. I like it when the roots are white because that means I'm doing something right. Ooh, I can see there is a new growth point somewhere. Hey, it's not coming out. Come on. Oh, that's funny. I think the root actually that was coming out is coming from this Hoya. That is an outsider on that pot. Like, it doesn't belong on that pot, but it's the one that has these white roots. Yay! Now I have another plant. This is a leaf from my Hoya carnosa. I actually didn't plan on, you know, propagating this. Like, I just take it into the soil, and so far it grows roots. So yeah, that's a good thing. But this one too has a beautiful root, and there is a baby coming out on that stem. And this one here also has a new baby. If you could see that, like this white one here is a new growth point. That's exciting. And same with the other plant. I'm just gonna put this in a bigger pot. I think that's the better idea for now. The less I have to repot them, the better, because then I don't have to bother their roots all the time. But this one I will give fresh soil. I'm always worried about tamping the soil because I'm afraid I'm breaking roots or something underneath, you know. But I have to do it to make the plant stable at least, so it's not wobbly. Perfect. I think it's better. It looks better. It's not looking too cramped in the small pot. Maybe I'll just fill it up a little bit more because it's still wobbly and shaky. So second plant done. Synapses silver cloud. Next we are going to do this one here. This is my Monstera Stanleyana albo that is actively growing too. And since I got this one, the stem of this plant has grown like quite huge. I'll show you how it looks like. Oh boy, that is so root bound. Wow, that's amazing though. Oh, that's a very beautiful roots in there. And I don't know if this one is gonna be a stem or it's just a healthy root. I don't know, but how beautiful is that? I can't wait for this to grow longer, and then I'm going to propagate it. This new leaf, I don't know, I couldn't tell it. I can't tell if it's gonna be highly variegated or not. But nonetheless, it's beautiful. And fill up with soil. And then put it down. This one is growing a little wonky too, like it's leaning to the one side, so I think it's time that I correct it. So there. Oh, that's better. And then there. Okay, so this one is kinda, I'm suspecting there's something going on with it, so I think I'm gonna spray it with my homemade pesticide just in case it has something. So I'll put it in the sink for now. And let's move on to the next one. The next one would be my cutie Palia. Isn't that pretty? This one is growing fast too. This used to be like, I think 1, 2, 3, 4 leaf. This used to have 4 leaves when I got this one, and it was just maybe just a month or 2 ago. So fast growing Palia. Just gonna use that one. And this one will have some babies soon, so I'm gonna put it in a bigger pot too. But this one is a little deep. I'm just gonna add more soil to it, so at least it's not drowning on the pot. And fill it up. I like using, although not recommended, I like using bigger pot too for my plants, like bigger than what they are supposed to be in, because then when I water, the soil doesn't come out of the pot, so I am not making a lot of mess on my wherever the plant is. So that's one reason too. And I'm trying to put my plants in like my nursery pot. I'm trying to put them in the same color too, so it doesn't like different pots hurt my eyes, but then it's expensive to have the same pot, so sometimes you just have to endure it. So there is my Palia, looking beautiful. All right, we're doing this very fast. We're now down to 2. Okay, now for my Dracaena. This is my Dracaena marginata. I have not repotted this in a long time, so oh boy, look at that. Oh my god, that is so beautiful. Oh, I am so happy about these plants. I can't like when I first started with the houseplants, I remember killing most of what I will, like if I will get a plant, most of them will die quickly too. Before when I started with the houseplants, I started with, I think at that time it was Monstera Deliciosa that was so popular. So I would get a Monstera Deliciosa at the grocery store, and oh boy, it would only live like a week or 2 to a month, and then it will die. Like it would die quickly. So I almost give up with it, but then I kept trying, and now I have a huge Monstera Deliciosa, and it's very healthy too. Okay, speaking of that, I actually need to, I think I need to repot that soon too, because it has been on the same pot for a while now. So yeah. Now this one here, I am using a 5-inch pot because, as I said, I don't like repotting my plants too often, so this will keep it happy for a while. And it's funny because this plant, usually when I see them on other people's collection, this plant is shedding its leaves from the bottom. so you would see their branch, but this one so far is not. Like, it is full of leaves up to the bottom. Like, you could barely see the stem of this one. And this one is a very easy care plant. I just give it water when it's dry and pretty much leave it alone on the top of the fridge. And it is not getting a lot of light too. So, good job, Josina Marginata. It's a little wonky, but I think once I water it, it's gonna settle down. So that's that. Now, the last one. The last one is this Aglaonema with no proper ID. So let's see how the root is doing with this one. There is a lot of plant in this pot, so I don't know, maybe I will separate this. Oh nice, that's pretty too. Look at the roots, so healthy. I wonder, should I separate them or just leave them be? I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here. Let me see. Sometimes when you get your plant, there is like a death plug, they call it. Let me see, maybe there is one there. Doesn't seem like it, so I'm gonna stop messing with the roots now. All right, should I go with this one? You know what? Yeah, let's go with this one. I will just reuse the soil because it's still healthy looking. And I can see the fertilizer in there too. So that. I love repotting my plants. I like when I see my plants' healthy roots. I feel like it feels rewarding to see them like that. I have a few more plants to repot, but I'm still trying to figure out the pots that I'm going to use, because one of them, my Philodendron gloriosum. Philodendron gloriosum is a crawling plant, and I currently don't have a pot that is suitable for it, so that's why I keep putting it off. But I may have to do it soon because the roots are coming out of the pot also, and the plant is not growing as much as it should. So yeah, but anyway, this is my Aglaonema that I wonder what the name is. So pretty though, with the new leaf there. This one here is a new one, and lots of babies with new leaves too. All right. I'm just gonna put back the stake of this one because I think that encourages for the leaf to grow bigger, because I noticed that's when it started to size up when I put the stakes. So there you go. And it helps the plant stabilize too. Okay, so perfect. I'm all done with repotting. Now I have to wash those pots. Oh, I forgot this little one. Maybe I'll plant this too. You know what? I'm just gonna put it back on this little one here, because why not? I already have one big pot of Hoya carnosa. Actually, that's the only Hoya I have. So far it's doing perfectly good. It's just in a hanging basket. It hasn't bloomed for me yet, but yeah, okay. I don't know if it's gonna grow a stem or something, but I mean, I heard if you root a leaf, it's not gonna sprout a stem or new growth. It's just gonna stay as a leaf, but it will root. So I guess we'll see. That's that. Now we're done. I just have to, okay, let me move this away. I'm just gonna move you, oops, sorry. Okay, so I'm just gonna move you a little bit to the sink. Hold on. That was just me trying to fix my camera because it's wonky. All right, so here we are at the sink. I'm just gonna spray these 3 plants quickly because... So I lied. I sprayed all 6 of the plants. Like it needs it. Especially with this one here. I don't know if it's just dust, but it seems to need something because this one here, this leaf, is turning brown or yellow, so maybe there's something in there. I hope there's none because this is my favorite too. Oh, sorry. There you go. Now this one too. Then I'm just gonna water them after and maybe leave them on the sink overnight to dry. So yeah. All right, last one. Okay, I think I need to refill my thing with water. It's not spraying pretty well. I think just water, a little bit, and that should be good for now, since I'm just finishing up with this one anyway. right, that's that. Now this one here. This one, I don't know what happened. Like, this is the leaf that unfurled like just a few days ago, and it's totally deformed. Like, the half side of it is gone. I don't know. I mean, I could have done it or something, but there's another one, like a new one coming out. So, and it's looking pretty good, and it seems to be bigger than the last leaf, so I think I'm good. That's that. This one here, this one I think just needs water, my synapses, but I think I'm just gonna spray it too. Why not? I haven't done it in this plant too anyway, so. This one I have cut for my propagation, and the propagation didn't make it, so I have to try my best to keep this alive. Otherwise, I would have nothing of it. Now this one here. This one, I'm not sure. This leaf is just sun stressed, like this one here, because this is on my windowsill, and I think it is getting too much light. Like this one here, it's just sun stressed. It's not anything to worry about. So I guess that's it. I'll leave this plant here for the night. Let it soak all the goodness, and then I'll put them back tomorrow morning. You know what? I'll just spray this one too. Why not? I think I can't make up my mind with this. I mean, I already have the spray in my hand. Why not just do it? So there you go. All happy, happy. Oh yeah, my Hoya, my little Hoya. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna water them, like just a little bit. All right, so I guess that's it. All done. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with me. I hope you guys, and my camera fell. I hope you guys had fun, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.